Hi YouTube and fellow pipe smokers. Crystal here from Crystal and Bernie. Bernie's not home right now, he's at work. This is a video response to Joe Case about your greatest fear. Before we start, housekeeping. This is my K Woody. And this K Woody was one presented to anyone who was in the smoking contest. And Bern and I had been at there. We went to the smoking contest at the K Woody factory. In the factory, it was great because we got a tour of the factory and lots of good food to eat and a bike and fun. Lots of fun. It was great. Great fellowship time. But that's what this pipe is, and I'm smoking in it some Red Ribbon, McCraney's Red Ribbon, one of my absolute favorites. I'm a Virginia smoker, a reformed aromatic smoker. No, I still like some aromatics, but mostly Virginias. Anyway. My greatest fear. Well, I mean, as a mother and a grandmother, I have all kinds of fears for my kids and my grandkids. But that's okay. That's just part of life. But my real fear, my absolute, total paranoia fear, is a very, very common one, especially for women, perhaps. Snakes. I don't care if it's just a garter snake or a beautiful little corn snake. I can't look at them. I can't be in the same room with them if somebody has pets or something. I can't be in the same building. It's petrifying to me. Have I overcome it? No. How do I plan to overcome it? F that. I don't plan on it. I don't care. I just don't like them. I will give you 2 stories to illustrate. Maybe even 3. But they'll be short ones, I hope. I tend to go on and on. Well, see, I talk too much and my pipe goes out. Anyway, when I was about 3 years old, I was outside playing, and I saw a stick. I was going to pick it up, wave it around. It was going to be my baton, my wand, whatever. And as I reached for it, it moved. That's a pretty funny stick. A strange stick. I thought it really was magical. And I went in the house and I told my mom, there's a stick out there that ran away from me. It's magic. My mom told my dad and her father, my grandfather, who were there. I remember seeing them outside, and they had big rocks, and they're throwing them on the ground. That's my memory. And I also heard the word rattlesnake. Didn't mean anything to me then. When I got older and thought back on this, I realized what had happened, what had almost happened. Maybe that's where my fear comes from. I don't know. I think I was afraid of them before I even remembered that. That's the first story. Story number 2. About 10 years ago, maybe a little more, maybe 15. Yeah, maybe 15. my son, who's the youngest of my 3 kids, came home with a toy. Now, this toy was a toy snake. It was pieces of wood that were hooked together so that when you held it by the tail, the jointed pieces would wiggle. Okay, they would move separately because they were each little piece about as big as the joint on my finger. Each little piece would work independently of the other ones that it was connected to, so it would wiggle. This thing had a head on it. Well, the whole thing was, like that size, kind of, but the head on it, I'm trying to see if I see something as big as the head. Well, the head was about the size of 3 of this bowl. So imagine something like that, if it were straight. And longer, but, big head. This thing was painted blue, and it was actually blue paisley, so it was many shades of blue, and it was paisley printed all over it. Very pretty. I love paisley blue, and this blue was a very pretty blue, like eggshell blue and sky blue and little bits of darker blue to make this beautiful paisley print all over it. And on the front, if it were the face, it had a face of pretty little eyes and a smile. Not like a real snake, it was a cartoony kind of face, but it was a happy face, a smile, big smile. And my son came into the house with this. Walked into the living room, and I could see him from the kitchen. And he's showing me as he comes in through the dining room. And he's showing me it. And I'm like, oh, it is. It's very pretty. But just keep it over there, okay? So him, being a kid, 15 years ago, took it by the end, did like this, and started to approach me. I picked up a kitchen chair and hit him. I did. He ran out of the house laughing. I don't know why he would laugh. He just was enjoying my paranoia. He knew. Okay, short third story. Really short third story. Now I have a grandson. Okay, years later, got a grandson. He'll be 17 next week, but at this time he was about 10, 9, and he knew about my fear. And I had my computer in the bedroom, and I came home one day from work, pulled the drawer out, that little drawer that your computer keyboard sits on, and sitting on it is a sock. But the sock my grandson had filled, tied off, and drew a snake's body and face on it. Now, obviously, it's just a sock. But this little stinker thinks he's going to scare the shit out of me. Which, yeah, it didn't make me happy. So I go running out. CJ, get your ass up here. Get rid of that. I wouldn't go near my computer until he took it away. Anyway, that's my story. Now, it is my fear. It is a deep-seated, very deep-seated, or I wouldn't have hit my son for a blue, paisley, cartoonish, pretty toy snake. I hit him with a kitchen chair. To me, I can't believe I did it. But I know that that's the way my fear is. So, anyway, there's my story. I will upload this from my cell phone right now, and later when Bern gets here, he's at work like I said, I'll have him, as soon as he can, upload it directly to Joe Case's site, his channel, so that it gets included. Okay? Anyway, see, I talk too much. And I probably don't have it back good, because I did a real quick job of it. And the wind's blowing. Okay. That's it. Adios.